Hi folks, Dave Schmitter. Hey, it's the evening of Thursday, October 23rd, and I want to do a follow-up to the radio program that we had yesterday where I interviewed the ambassador. First of all, I want to thank you very much for everybody that had attempted to call in, and I want to thank the ambassador for coming on live. This was a big step for them. This is the first time that the Red Dragon family has basically come out into the public where they have allowed the public to address them. All the other times it's been recordings that they have had that have been pre-recorded interviews. Now, for all of you that tried to call in last night, well, the bottom line is we were hacked again. In fact, I will list some of the things in the newsletter that will be more in print. I've been talking with the people at Double Wide Radio, and it was quite interesting because they had every one of their staff members at home listening to the program live, and they also had them listening, on their cell phones. And then Ed, who is their primary producer and the head operations person at Double Wide, they had hired a professional programmer to watch what was going on. And 2 minutes into the programmer went, oh my gosh, he couldn't believe what had happened. There was what was called Autobots. There were professional people that were attempting to shut the program down. And what it do, they go into the URL and they make it look like the program is entirely full and that you can't get in there. And so when you couldn't get in, what would happen is the programmer would reset it. And there would be about a 10-second window in there that he was having to reset it, and that's when you were trying to come in. There were thousands that were able to listen to it. But it was really interesting because what Ed said, and if I want to quote him correctly, he says, Dave, I've been in radio a long time, and I've never seen anything like this. This type of an interruption operation is something that only happens to the huge, large Fortune 500 companies. There wasn't just one person that were there. There were over 100 Autobot programs that were running, trying to shut down your program. And not only that, they had done it on the phone lines as well, because they basically, when I had said, hey, there's nobody here, nobody calling in, lots of lines open, and then you were sending me emails that you were saying, hey, it's busy, it's because they had shut the phone lines down as well. What you would do, you would get a busy recording like it was completely full. And Ed had basically said, I've never seen anything like this. There are people out there that do not want what you have to say and what the ambassador has to say. They don't want it to be heard. Well, personally, I was delighted with how the ambassador responded. I felt personally that was one of the best programs that I've ever had with its content. I've had already scores of emails come in today from people saying the same thing. And I was talking with Mike, the ambassador's assistant, and he and I were talking today, and he said too, it was a very good program. It laid a foundation. Folks, if you have not listened to that program, I would encourage you to do so, because it's going to lay a foundation for what is there. It's one of those programs where you realize either what he is saying is true, or he's the biggest fabricator around. And if what is saying is true, it lays the whole complete foundation for everything that's going on with the family, with their relationships, with the Federal Reserve, and with this whole global currency reset. We are in the process of some change, and there's some very healthy change that is coming. Now, again, I'm looking down at some notes because I want to make sure I cover everything today. Remember, this was not the problem of Double Wide Radio. We are working through these bugs. This will continue. Every week I have been on with them, there has been hacking that has been going on. That should tell you some of the substance of what is there. Now, also, I would encourage you to stay in touch with my website and my newsletter. If you're not on the newsletter, go to my website in the right-hand column. You can basically sign up to be on the newsletter. That will help you keep informed of what's coming our way. Okay? Now, also, I didn't talk about this at all last night because the ambassador did such a great job of answering questions. And again, I want to thank everybody that called in. But I'm having my workshop in San Jose a week from Saturday. There's still plenty of seats that are available. And the ambassador always comes on. He does Q&A that is there as well. He shares a lot more information there live and shows us a lot of pictures that he can't do while we're on the air for this to be onto the internet. You get a lot more information that is there. And if you ask the people that have been to the workshops, they will tell you that as well. So it's San Jose, this coming Saturday, a week from Saturday on November 1st, go to my website, the registration page. There's lots of room that is there. So, folks, I want to thank you very much, and this is getting exciting. Listen to the program. You'll enjoy it, and you'll begin to realize this is one that's kind of setting a foundation for things to come. All right, thank you all. Okay, bye-bye.